follow me on this one. How about that? How about that? Goddamn, this is what the hell we do. Let's smoke our, let's talk our, the Raiders goddamn way. Let's do it.
It be that R, it be that A, it be that I, our defense bang. It be that E, it be that R, it be that S, on our chest that got us far. We be them Raiders, we be them Raiders, we be them Raiders, just wanna be that hater. We be them Raiders, we be them Raiders, we be them Raiders, we be them Raiders. Give me a stack, I'ma turn it to some racks. LA didn't wanna give us a home, but LV got us on the map. That be a fact, I've let it all on silver and black. Hard Carson and Mad Max got me in, but I've been down since the 90s. You want the black hole, homie, don't try me. Raiders roll deep, some say that we grind me. But we bring the revenue every time we grind and third and summon. Wallace down, Renfro Carter, now he's spinning. Mariota on third, he's sprinting. R.I.P. Madden, Al Davis, and all of the
ill intent, violence, physicality, execution.
Yo, Raider Nation, what's happening? It's your boy Chris with Protect the Shield podcast, where my opinions might not always be popular, but they'll always be authentic, man. Thank you guys for kicking it with me. I got my boy in the building, man. Gravy, what's happening, God? How you doing?
What's up, bro? How you doing? Thanks for inviting me, Chris.
Hey, man.
Just hold on a second. Don't before you say, oh, man, this dude's here. Just chill out for a second. Just give me a chance one more time.
Hey, man, you a family of the show, man. They better get used to you, man. You was my first call, man. I'm like, hey, man, I'm gonna try this vertical joint today, and I'm like, I if I can only just have one person, I'm gonna holler at my boy Gravy, man, because I know we always we always have fun. But I ain't doing 5 hours with you today, man. I'm just letting you know.
Good. It's hot over here where I'm at.
I feel you, man. How hot is it out there?
Right now, my computer says 105.
Sheesh. That's wild.
105, and it's been, this is actually, we got a downward trend. We're going to get into the 90s.
Oh, for real?
Back up again, 110, 112.
That's wild. Man, but glad that you can make it with me, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man, as usual. Got to do my Shield Squad salute, man. Salute everybody, man. So salute to y'all, man. So got my boy in the building, man. Billy Davis. That's my guy, man. Billy Davis always showing love, greeting everybody. Shout out to Billy Davis. A shout out to Billy, man, starting his job on Monday, man. Billy, good guy, man. Definitely shout out to you. Got my brother OJ Raider in the building, man. Salute to you, my guy. Raider Rebel in the building. Salute to my guy Rebel. I'm actually gonna be on his show tomorrow, man. We're gonna chop it up, man. So make sure you check my boy out. Let's see who else we got in the building. Got my brother, man. My brother Leo, aka Cheeto Linus, man. Make sure you hit up him for all your gear and Raider drip and hats and all that, man. So shout out my boy. Got my brother that I love to debate with, my boy Cowtown Luda in the building, man. What's up, brother? Got my boy Rafa in the building, man. The GOAT of the bilingual play-by-play. Shout out to Rafa. Got Kyle in the building, man. Appreciate you, Kyle, stopping by. Got one of the GOATs at making the videos, just pure Raider videos, Raider content. My boy Real Talk Raider Nation in the building. Appreciate it. Got my big bro. Got my boy Turf in the building, man. Someone that I love to argue with every Sunday, man. So make sure you check us out this Sunday. For sure, man. Kyle says this year is going to be legendary. Still blindsided by the Gallup news, but I feel like something's coming. Yeah, we'll talk about that, man. I'm not too worried about that. Man, shout out to my boy Aunt Six Soldier. He ready to cause some trouble. I already know my boy Aunt, man. What's happening? Alfredo in the building said Gravy salute. Let's see. Turf, you like the new look, man? You like the new look? I want to try something different, man. Okay, y'all like the look. Yeah, if y'all like the look, man, give me a hit one. Put one in the chat if y'all like this. If I should stay to this vertical look, man. I just want to try something different. My boy Raider Travis in the building. Let's see.
Travis, what's up, man?
Yes, see. Oh, got my boy Low in the building. Raider Nation Live, man. What's happening, my guy, man? You know they always got to come support Gravy, man. You know,
Get rid of this dude, man.
They just follow you. Like that rash, they just won't go away.
Yeah,
man.
What's up, Low? What's up?
Low, man, that's my dog, man. Make sure y'all definitely tune in to Low, and they show is fire, man. Got Gunsmoke Games, salute to you. Got Milky Beezy, salute to you. Wait, where you go, Milky Beezy? Yep, salute to you. Raider Nation for life, salute to you, man. So I can go on and on, man, but shout out to all y'all, man. Just wanted to give that salute, man. But Gravy, you know, we're in the thick of the training camp, man. We've been waiting for this. You know, there's been so much talk, so much speculation going on, you know, during the off season. Now we kind of got some real reports. So just from a high level, what's your thoughts on some of the stuff that you're hearing? What in particular has really caught your attention? Like, okay, what, you know, there's some smoke here, there's probably some fire there, but what's really caught your attention?
Good or bad, but
yeah, good or bad, either way.
My concern is the two offensive linemen that are out. That's, you know, while we said for this scheme to work, you got to have all your guys there.
Yeah.
And I don't want us rotating guys, you know, in game one where we can't get the same five out there at a time. But, you know, I'm more worried about Miller. You know, we need Miller out there. And Miller is a concern because it's a shoulder injury that's been bothering him almost a year and a half.
Yeah. So,
you know, is he getting this, you know, Tony Baselli type thing where it's, you know, Tony Baselli was a great offensive tackle. Shoulders went out of the league. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I think he's too young for that. And I know what they're doing, kind of, Chris. I think they're resting him to fully heal himself. He just had surgery, but he needs to keep him out of camp, and that's going to be okay as long as he's there, ready to go week one. Now the rookie that's hurt, I didn't really slate him as the number one guy. I heard he was with the twos, but
you didn't slate JPJ as a starter?
Nah,
he better be.
Well, now he took over. Raider roster on the Raider website says that he's starting, but he's hurt. He's hurt with a shoulder injury, so that's concerning because you got two guys that we expect one a lot from the other, and if the one just plays like he usually does, all pro level, we'll be fine on that blind side. But just that right there concerns me. You know, you need to be all put together there. There's going to be nicks and bumps because when they start hitting and stuff, and these rookies are going to get hamstrings and calves, and as long as it ain't super bad. But I expect that. But this early, Chris, when you're just hitting bags and you're just moving around, I know it's different than college. He'll tell you, you know, Powers Jack, whatever. He'll tell you this is different than Oregon. Way different.
Yeah, you know? It's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. So I'm with you. I'm not as concerned with JPJ. You know, even though he's been injured for a little while too, because I think he originally got injured at the Senior Bowl, if I remember correctly. I think he left early during the Senior Bowl workouts. So, you know, I do want him to be able to bounce back, and it seems like his is more of a short term. But the Colton Miller one, just like you said, man, that definitely, you know, that definitely concerns me for a few reasons. For one, you know, like you said, that lingered since last year. You know, he was, and I think they had him active a couple weeks, and he didn't play. I think one game he actually came in kind of on an emergency level because someone got hurt and he came in. But you know, he really didn't play that much. But yeah, I am concerned about that.
Surgery. After that, he had the
Yeah, he had that surgery. And the thing is, like before last year, before that injury, he's been, you know, he hasn't had no injury concerns. So the fact that, you know, someone who's usually been kind of like an Iron Man and has been healthy, for him to really sit out, that means it's something that's really bothering him. Because if it was something that he could play through, he would, because he's proved that. So I don't know. You know, I think, you know, we got Pete, you know, and now I understand why we got Pete. Because when we first got Pete, my biggest thing was like, okay, we need to move him to the right side, but I don't know if that's necessarily going to work. But now I think Telesco and AP, all of them knew that Miller is probably going to take a little while to get ready. So that's probably why they got Pete. It's probably why they got Glaze so early. They may even reached on him, some may say. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see.
I want Glaze. I want to see Glaze right off the jump, bro.
Early? You want to see him? So
what I'm saying about Glaze is there's a reason why they moved up to get him or picked him that's high. Mm-hmm. Somebody in that organization that's high up there thinks highly of Glaze.
Yeah, I imagine it's probably what Champ Kelly and his group, man. Because I mean, from what it seems like, you know, they've been really recruiting. You know, they start the scouting process on these people. You know,
right now,
2 years in advance. You know, so they may seen something. I don't know. From what I see, he got good feet, but you know, we got to see what that you know, at the end of the day, what, you know, how he can progress. So we'll see, man. But no, offensive line definitely is a concern. I know for me, man, you know, one thing that I love, and I'm not gonna let nobody get away with it. The star of the daggone training camp so far is my boy JB0.
Yep.
Everybody's talking about him.
Finally.
So yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just letting y'all know, because y'all was hating on me, laughing. Hey, I'm just telling you, the boy can play, man. Just give him a chance, man. Everybody's saying he's focused. You know, he's you know, came in great shape. He came in, you know, with more knowledge of his role within the system and the scheme. I'm not gonna let none of y'all take my shine, because I was on that hill, man. So shout out to Bennett. But I love everything that I'm hearing about him.
I'm saying the success of our secondary is going to be what Bennett does and what he did when he got benched by AP. AP benched him. Wasn't McDaniels, but lack of effort. And look,
no, it wasn't because of lack of effort.
In the beginning, we said that, you know, Marcus Peters was his mentor and doing all this. I knew that wasn't going to happen because
he ain't no mentor.
He never was that. He never will be that. And
never.
Look what he did to this kid. He's fast as hell, and then he got burnt, got his feelings hurt maybe, but you still got to run. You still got to go get the guy. And even that one play, just that one play right there, Chris, tells coaches that it could be done again. That could happen again. Yeah. And then AP sat his ass down. That's what you do.
Which he should have. Like, honestly, yeah, I didn't like that. Even though that, you know, that was more of a one-off. It's not like I saw that on his film a lot. But, you know, the biggest thing for me last year was him doing what Marcus Peters is known for, being a little bit too aggressive, you know, trying to overly, I mean, I guess just more of the reading and reacting and just losing. You know, at the end of the day, you got to go by your instinct. Sometimes Marcus Peters got burnt. I mean, a lot of good corners will get burnt on, you know, just because they get the ball.
He always has. That's why I didn't like him.
Yeah. I mean, but honestly, even if you think about Woodson early on, even Woodson, like, he was known as, like, he would take chances. He would risk, you know, he would take chances, and sometimes he would get beat. But a lot of times he would make the right, you know, judgment and get the picks. That's why, you know, Rod Woodson was the same way. I mean, you get those guys like, what's his name? well, to me, he was very Cromartie. Cromartie was like big on it because Cromartie, he used to get killed. He used to get burnt, but you would see him get a lot of pick sixes as well. So
that makes up for it. But
it does. It does. So as long as you get those big plays and you can deal with
the game. If you lose the game because of it, then it's gonna catch up.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
Rod Woodson is a great corner. Bro.
Oh yeah.
You put Rod Woodson stats next to Dion and tell me who was better.
Oh, Woodson was ridiculous. Like he's probably the most decorated corner if you just look at stats. His stats was stupid. Like his interception yards and just amount of interceptions. In fact, who was it? Maybe it was Charles. Somebody told me I think Rod Woodson was the one who really helped him take his game to the next level because Rod was like a genius when it came to like the angles. You know what I'm saying? He was already fast, but once he got a little older, Barry Sanders almost ended his career by shaking him up. So he had to get moved back to safety, and he lost a step a little bit, but he understood them angles so well, it made up for so much.
Great safety too.
Oh yeah, he was a fire safety. Fire. But yeah, so anyway, I had to talk about my boy, but
just that pickup. Bennett has to be a part of this team. Yes, to me, looking at defensively, and I'm an offensive guy, but I know defenses. I know what could stop me. And now, if you have a corner that could be by himself, not on an island, but has help from the safeties, and we have a special defensive player in Hobbs that could do what he does best, and that's tackle.
Yeah.
Be a menace at the line of scrimmage, giving the tight ends a bump and probably staying with them. Things like that. We don't have anyone else that can do that on our team. So if Hobbs needs to go up, which is I would do it too because he's an exceptional athlete. He can do everything.
Yeah.
But he's limited in a corner role because he's just secluded to one side. You
want Hobbs. You talking about Hobbs? Oh, yeah.
You want Hobbs everywhere. You want Hobbs roaming the field to get whoever has the ball or blitzing or things like that.
Who I have, who I think Hobbs' ceiling could be? Well, I won't even say ceiling. But I can see Hobbs when he gets going almost being like Honey Badger was. Like Honey Badger, even though he played a lot of safety, but Honey Badger moved all around and he was just a menace. He was always around the ball. He'd make tackles in the backfield. You can put him on safeties if you needed to. You could blitz him. I think he has that type of a game-changing ability, especially with our front four not giving these quarterbacks that much time. So I'm expecting this defensive backfield to take a crazy leap in this year, man.
Yeah, they do it by themselves, and they're a great secondary. But
yeah.
I'll take the defensive line getting pressure and having the secondary be the best. You know what I mean? Because that's usually what happens. If you rush the passer and he ain't got a lot of time, he can't look Hobbs off or these guys play. These guys play with these safeties now really, really good. They're getting taught this, Chris. Well, it was just a natural thing. These quarterbacks are getting taught to look safeties off.
Oh yeah, you look them off. That's what all the great ones do. Yeah,
and it gets them. It gets them sometimes if you're not really good at it. If we get a pass rush in there, that quarterback ain't gonna be able to.
You ain't got time.
And, Max is gonna have his eyes all crossed out, or Wilkins is he ain't gonna want none of that. So.
Yeah,
three and out. Get them pissed off, take it over, score. We scored, and you won't have to worry about it.
No, that's a fact.
Bennett needs to be on the field.
No, for sure. And let me get a quick shout out to my big bro, man. I appreciate the super, my guy, my boy Turf. He said, you heard it from Turf first. It's time to start preparing your feelings for Miller. It's over. Trade him while you can. Still get something. What it do, gravy? I know a lot of people ain't gonna want to hear that. A lot of people ain't gonna want to hear that about Miller. And honestly, people get mad at me But I was talking about trading Miller before last year because I always thought he was good, but a lot of people try to tell me he's like a top 5 tackle. Absolutely not. I don't think so. I think he's a middle range, and when he plays against high quality elite guys, it's not like he really neutralizes them. I mean, the reason we lost that 49ers game, I always remember it, when Stiddy was quarterback. We lost that game in the playoffs because Bosa absolutely destroyed Miller, and then he crushed Stiddy while he was throwing the ball. Interception, game over. And I'm not, and I know Miller plays well, he's plays solid, but I wasn't opposed of dangling and seeing what we could get for him. But what's your thoughts on what Turf said?
Trading Miller now with the
You
problems
can't
that
now.
you
Yeah, I
can't
don't think so
now.
now.
You can't now. And what I think that Parham benefited from was having Miller next to him. You know, that's the reason why we have a third year solid right guard with Parham now, because he groomed him. He groomed him into that player. And what I think that Miller did was that Miller, you know, takes care of these guards so well, is that he overdoes it. And that's exactly what I think happened when Hayward was against Andrew James. And then, you know, he always thinks that with me there, I could back him up. I could help him out.
Yeah.
That's what I think what happened in the 49er game.
Yeah, I can see that.
Parham was so young. Parham was a rookie playing. And then he needed to have guidance, and Miller could do that with Jackson Powers, or whatever it is, and he can groom him into being that special guard. You know, having a great tackle, blindside tackle, is going to be beneficial to a rookie guard or a rookie tackle, because you have Miller there to do it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't trade Miller now. Won't get nothing for him unless he has an all-pro type.
Yeah, it's too late. Yeah, coming off an injury, I think 2 years ago or a year ago would have been good, but you know, if we did that, we would have had to go all in on, you know, getting someone else in free agency.
We don't have anybody like Miller
exactly
right now.
And honestly, that's the whole reason we moved JPJ to the left side, so he can have that veteran presence of Miller right there. So
you can't have Mumford and JPJ next to
on
each
the same side. No,
way too young. Way too young.
Nah, they'll get abused, man. Milky Bees, he said Jordan Love just signed a 4-year, $220 million contract. Is that for real? Man, all it takes is one good year, man. All it takes on your contract year, man, you ball out. Hey, shout out to Jordan Love, man. I mean, I like everybody getting their bag. Sheesh.
We beat him.
Oh yeah. I ain't gonna lie, but that was early on though. He wasn't who he was at the end of the year. He started balling.
But you still got to look at that inconsistency that he had.
Oh yeah. For sure.
You slow start like that, making $212 million.
Right.
You ain't worth it. And then it's gonna. You want receivers. You want running backs. You want defense. You're gonna be penny pinching dudes to get that, because you pay your quarterback so high.
Well, I know before that signing, I think they actually had the most salary cap space. So, but still, you know, it's
eventually a year or two from now, it's gonna catch up.
Oh yeah, it will, because I think Rashawn Gary and some other guys got to get paid. So, but let me get to the chat, man. So let's see. Ray Krypton, he said, question: with Derek been going for a few years now, he's always said that he's a Raider for life. Do you believe he will come back and retire? Yeah, he'll retire a Raider, as he should.
He ain't gonna play.
He ain't gonna play, but yeah, as he should. I mean, that's, you know, Derek's had his best years here. He loved the organization, us fan base. You know, most of, you know, we cheered for him. You know, some of us wanted him, you know, replaced sooner than others. But you know, at the end of the day, we all, I mean, if you didn't support Derek Carr, you're not a Raiders fan. You know, you should support whoever the quarterback is. So Yeah, he'll definitely retire Raider. You know, that's
I supported him for a good 6 years.
yeah.
After that, 2 years, 2 years I kept my mouth shut about what I thought about him, and then the last year, man, I was just done with it.
But
you
even
seen the mistakes. He had his habits, and then never got rid of them.
But even when he was done with them, it's not like you still wanted him to do well. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, he's
it's like, but you weren't all like, yeah. That's kind of where I was. Like, even when I was like, man, it's time to move on. I cheered for him all the time. I wanted him to do well, and there was a lot about him that I liked, but he used to drive me crazy.
You're gonna go like this, Chris. You go, how many 3rd and 5s are you just gonna bootleg and throw the ball out of bounds? How many times are you gonna do that?
Yeah, it'll drive you crazy. Drive you crazy. Let's see, man. Shout out to everybody. He said, run down, come get your boy on the ledge. Talking about Turf. So you heard it here first. Turf is wilding and has PTSD from Waller. Turf definitely, for some reason, Turf thinks that Colton Miller's like giving up on the team like Waller. I don't agree. I think he's just hurt.
He's injured, bro.
Yeah. So Alfredo said trade. Yeah. I think a lot of them, everybody said no. Let's see. I'm a Bills fan, but love the Raiders too. Hey, man, you're not the only one, man. Everyone from every team loves the Raiders, man. It's all good, man. Appreciate you stopping by, my guy.
We're gonna make you sway the other way to the black side.
There it is. Let's see. Okay, let's see. D Mokes in the building, man. What's going on, man? He said AOC MVP incoming. I hope so, man. But what I'm hearing in camp right now, he got some ways to go. That's for sure. He got some ways to go, but we gonna rock with him though. We'll rock with whoever wins. Let's see. Real talk, man. He said they picked Glaze because they panic. A run on offensive tackles and right before him, they knew they had to grab one because they went with Bowers round one. That's true. I'm still glad I'm glad they got Bowers at the end of the day. I'm good with it, especially because they got JPJ on round 2. That made it a lot better for me.
During that time, though, Chris, there was plenty of free offensive tackle free agents out there. We didn't make a move on any of them.
You say, are you talking about free agents?
Yeah.
Who was the best available, though?
There was Tyron Smith there. There was Andreas P. was there. We ended up getting him.
Yeah, I was glad we got him.
He was with us last year, but he got let go, then brought back.
Yeah.
But, you're gonna see a significant drop off between Pete and Miller. You're gonna see that.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, we're talking about a guy that he was a Pro Bowler at one point. I think he was a Pro Bowler at guard though. So I don't know. I mean, he definitely has his struggles. But I don't.
Our schedule, Chris, got some mean pass rushers coming out. So you need to be solid.
That's true.
I'm cool with we overreacted to, getting Glaze, then we got one, and then it was a good one. They just didn't pick. Well, let's get Glaze. He's all right. Nah, 3rd round pick, dude. You don't do that shit.
I mean, plus, all the film shows that from a pass blocking standpoint, he has the tools. Mm-hmm. So it's not like he's he's just a pure bum. He has a footwork. Yeah, he has a foundation you can build from. Again, he's probably not going to see the field this year. I know you said you want to see him early, but
I think if he doesn't get on the field this year at all, at any time of the season, it's a bad pick.
Yeah, being a third round pick.
Your third round pick should be playing in games.
That's why I feel about Byron Young. I honestly, he's a cut candidate.
You don't have him at that other side next to.
Oh no.
You got Jenkins.
No, because I think I got of course. So I got Jenkins over him. I got Adam Butler over him for sure.
Adam Butler.
Yeah, and then Tyree's gonna get some snaps inside. And honestly, me personally, I like Nesta better than Byron Young. Honestly, I don't know, man. I didn't see no pure like.
This dude's always hurt already. Nesta.
Who Nessa is? Is he? I know he's hurt.
Hurt or he ain't playing. So
yeah, I mean, I know he was. Yeah, they had him.
You can't beat out a 34-year-old tackle, bro. None of them can.
Oh, you talking about Jenkins?
Jenkins gets the nod when you're in there, bro.
I mean, but Jenkins is just a big boy. He's just a whole. I mean, he's more like a nose tackle, damn near.
He made significant.
Oh yeah,
damage at the end of the season. And
those
guys were nowhere. They were probably pouring sweats on the sideline watching this 34-year-old cat get busy.
For sure. Let's see. Shout out to Milky Beezy. He said, "I've been telling y'all Bennett is going to put it together." Beezy, I don't know, man. I feel like I was on this alone, man. I'm not gonna let people just come on here and act like they was with me with the Bennett thing. Beezy may have been, though. He may have been. There's some people. I know Leo was with me, but a lot of people wasn't. I was by myself. So I'm not letting y'all creep back up.
It's easy to say that. It's easy to say Bennett have a good year because they weren't dissecting Bennett like the way me and you were. You know, we seen the lapse and confusion he was in. I did.
Yeah, no, I did too.
Confused out there. Didn't belong out there. And to say that a guy was going to develop him and make him a dog and all this stuff because that's the way he was, it didn't pan out, man. You lost a year of his development.
Yeah, I think that see, I didn't think he was a dog, or I didn't think he was going to be a dog because of Peters was like going to take him under the wing. I loved what I saw on his tape from Maryland. You know, being on the opposite side of Deontay Banks, didn't give up no touchdowns. His last, I don't know if he came out early or not. Played well against Marvin Harrison Jr. in college. You know, so I think that you know, he played some good ball. He did well in camp last year. I just think, you know, he probably again, you know, there wasn't a true mentor there for him. You know, I think Nate Hobbs is probably now looking at it, it's probably like Nate Hobbs, but at that point, Nate Hobbs is still kind of learning to become a leader. You know, like even like last year, besides Peters, who else was like the leader on the team, like back there as a corner? I don't think we had one.
Yeah, base on there,
but he didn't really play. I mean, yeah, I guess he was in the room, but yeah, he didn't play.
And that's why I would start. Bennett ain't up to speed yet. I'll start face on him.
Oh, yeah, you got to. But
he might start off in the front.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. He said it's Peter Pan Peterman #2 still on Las Vegas Raiders. Who you talking about? I don't know who you talking about. I don't know if you're talking about Marcus Peters or the quarterback Peterman, the Gruden's boy. But nah, he ain't on there. Neither one of them on there.
Late, bro. 3 years late right there.
Right. So he had a great camp last season. We seen how that panned out. It's too early. I feel you. You know, again, you know, we can't jump the gun on him. But I think from what I'm hearing, one thing they're saying about Bennett this year is he's more focused. That's the first thing they're saying. He's more focused. I mean, Gravy, you know, that's more than half the battle, man. You get somebody that's fully locked in. I mean, honestly, I think that's when Malcolm Kuntz took that next step. Once he got focused, got on it, man. You can't. It's hard to deal with a guy that has ability that's focused.
Be aware, he's gonna take his lumps.
That's
how corners learn to be the best corners. You know, when they take their lumps, they're gonna get beat. They're gonna get beat. That's that stress he has of not getting a completion or a touchdown.
Yeah.
In the college, it's done with. Nobody gives a shit about that.
Nobody cares now.
You know what I mean? So
nobody cares on that, for sure.
It's totally different. And the only way you can really provide the mental stuff is being out there. So that's what Faison knows that. Faison knows every trade because the receiver knows where he's going, bro. You know, you just don't sit there and guess. You just don't sit there and guess what he's gonna do. A stop and go or cut back in or just a possession type role where he's just going to go down to the sideline.
Yeah.
You got to be in front of that. You got to be close by his hip and get that. Learning that is getting beat by it.
Yeah, it definitely matters, like how you just kind of like what you're saying is how you come back from that. Because honestly, there's some guys you get beat deep, your whole psyche's messed up.
Yeah.
I mean, I know. I mean, just me playing in college, I had guys that running backs, if they fumbled, man, it's like they're off for the rest of the game because they're thinking about it too much. And it's same for corners. You get a guy that gets beat off a double move. Some guys don't ever come back from that, and
fumble the ball, bro. You running back.
Yeah. So
Well,
okay, but Turf, I know Turf got something to say. So they say, haha, same thing happened preseason. So much he was named starter, then yanked by 8th game. So I'll wait. I feel you. Hey, it's easy to say that he was a rookie, but we'll see. We'll see, Turf.
And
but
you could say that. You could say that, Chris, that he's a fourth or fifth round pick rookie. High expectations that the Raider fans put on him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why when you look at the kid, he wasn't ready. So Faison was hurt. And then again, all we got was Marcus Peters.
Yeah.
You seen Jack Jones come in with different attitude, different mindset,
exactly,
different way to play. Look what happened to that defense. And I'm sure if Bennett would have had the chance to get back into the flow of things,
he would have been all right.
That would have been Bennett a better player.
No, that's true. That's true.
Sure. So don't lay off Bennett thinking that he's whack because
I'm not.
Who do we got that has speed and the cover skills like him? He's good in coverage.
Yeah, it's mental. It's mental.
You're not picked in the NFL if you can't cover nobody, bro.
Right.
So
that's a fact.
They don't just say, "Well, we could develop him in the covering." No, you go back to college, man.
Right. That's a fact. That's a fact. You ain't lying.
You gotta be ready to go.
You ain't lying. But I mean, it's a good call up. I understand why people push back. You know what I'm saying? And then I know people's gonna really come at me about it. And I'm here for all the smoke, but it is what it is.
They were wrong the first time. That's why.
Right.
They were wrong the first time because they were so high on Bennett. I didn't hear nobody saying Bennett was whack until he got benched.
Yeah, and because and a funny thing, because you bring up a good point, because you're like, we got him in the 4th round last year. When we drafted him, it's like we were like, okay, cool, but we didn't have super high expectation until camp came, because everybody was hyping him up. They're like, this kid is playing well, and then as fans, we ate that up. We drank the Kool-Aid, and again, maybe I mean, it is what it is. But the thing is, when you get people like Devontae and stuff saying that about a rookie, like, it's legit. There's something there. Now, he is a 4th round guy. His confidence probably got shot. We'll see how he bounces back. And because honestly, there's a lot of guys that in year 2, they would have still had that low self-esteem and low confidence, and we wouldn't have heard nothing else from him. The fact that he bounced back the way he is shows that he has some he can overcome adversity. I'm with it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
If he does that, all the negatives that anybody's saying about Bennett right now, it's going to be the same thing. But you're going to be right that your expectations of Bennett was correct.
Yeah.
Now we're hearing all this Richardson kid.
Yeah.
How do you know?
Exactly.
He's taller. He's physical. But the dude don't make no plays. He ain't got no picks in college.
Yeah.
He ain't got no picks in college. 0.
And then you got to think, he, especially the year before last, he played with Emmanuel Forbes, who now he got a lot of picks, a lot of pick sixes, but I think he was a 1st round pick, or maybe an early second. I think a 1st round pick. Forbes was, and it's like, you tell me you can't get no picks. It is.
But too busy covering. His reaction to that was, "I'm too busy covering people."
Yeah,
that's good. That's good.
Yeah, which is cool.
Once in a while in a college career, you got to come up with the ball.
But my thing is, I mean, I love the pick of him, because he's one of those guys that can cover some of those bigger receivers that we haven't had since Isaiah Johnson when he was shaky. But like, when we playing against the DK Metcalfs of the world, Usually the Chargers got a whole bunch of tall receivers. They don't anymore. But you know, at least you got somebody that can man up against those guys. At least give them some fits.
Devonshire, same thing. 7th round pick. How much you expect of Devonshire?
Exactly. Shout out to Freddie Chavez in the building, man. Appreciate you, my guy. Sin City Raiders, what's good, homeboys? What's happening with you, man? Let's see. Bennett just needed more time to learn last year. I'm way behind on comments, man. So shout out to everybody, man. Let's see who the Raiders open up against. The Chargers, man. You going to that game, aren't you? The opener? Yeah, I'm gonna see you there, dog. I'm gonna see you. Let's see. Cowtown said Telesco Glaze was the best player available at the position after the kid from Yale was taken. Okay. I feel like there was another guy that I liked. It
was a bunch. They went on they were right. They went on a big spree of offensive linemen.
Yeah.
The Raiders got that pick.
What about that kid from
he was on the radar.
What about that other tackle from Notre Dame? I feel like they had a right tackle.
Oh, that was that. Wasn't that Alt kid?
No, the other one, the other guy on the other side.
Oh,
because you know Alt was left, but it was another guy. I know I got some Irish fans in here. They'll probably remind me. But I thought he was still on the board. I thought he was pretty solid. Cowtown would probably be the best one to ask. I know he studied them pretty well. Got my girl Ana Diaz in the building, man. What's going on, Ana? Let's see who else is in the building. Got my boy, man. Got my boy Jose Big Daddy Delgado. What's going on? It's my brother right there, man. He said, "Sup, Daddy?" She said, "Put down that cupcake, bro." Hey, man, don't judge me, man. You know, I know I was gonna start that diet, but you know, we'll start tomorrow. Shout out to Big Daddy, man. Can't wait to see you with these games, man. Let's see, my boy D Menace in the building. Salute to you, my guy. Let's see, JM in the building. He said offense going to struggle without Jacobs and Renfro. Oh, let's talk about this. Now, what's your thoughts on that? Me personally, I don't think we're going to miss Renfro. I don't think we're going to miss Renfro at all. But I know people don't want to hear it, but I still don't, and I feel you feel the same way. I'm not convinced on our boy yet. I mean, he's going to have to prove it, but. Yeah. So what's your thought?
I'm done over the sourness and all the excuses that I could say about Jacobs not being taken care of. We don't have that type guy on our backfield at all. Not even close. Put together, we don't have a Josh Jacobs. So if we want to say that, you know, I've said how many times have we said we were going to do a running back by committee, dude? And it's never done. There's a reason for that. Because nobody does it. You know, look, I can understand if you got an older guy, then you got a young guy, kind of like what Detroit's doing, you know, with Montgomery, and then they got Gibbs. And, you know, they have a dual threat right there.
A dual backfield. That's my thing. But this whole running back by committee where they think we're gonna have 4 guys and it's gonna work. At running back, man, you got to almost keep feeding like they're not just gonna, you know, give them the ball here and there and then they'll pop off. It's like if you watch Nick Chubb's play, like, you know, it's not until like the 7th or 8th run where he he pounds them down and then he breaks one. It's like you got to keep doing that.
Give it to Hunt, then you give it to Hunt, and then
exactly
Hunt breaks you down, and then that, you know, Hunt. I said, man, Hunt had so much opportunity, but he's a free agent right now, so.
Yeah.
That's something to think about. You know, he's older.
Yeah, but he got that accusation though.
Yeah, that's the thing. But anybody like that,
yeah,
you know what I mean. Anybody like that could get you a first down on 31.
Yeah,
Where Chubb won't need to overextend yourself. But I'm into the 25 to 22 carries a game guy. That's gonna bust open.
I'd rather have that too. Me too.
That's it.
Me
Not
too.
Into this 10.
Yeah, 10. Me too, man. That's like
you get 100 yards. What the hell? 5 dudes got 100 yards. That sucks.
Right.
You know,
Right.
And then if you change up the tempo of the game, and then if you got your tempo running backs, that's this Luby cat. Abdullah's known to do that. Abdullah, we have a guy that's a veteran that's known to do that.
Yeah.
So the people that are saying Abdullah could get cut,
you
cut Abdullah, then you're solely thinking about a rookie that's never been hit by an NFL player, never been hit by a linebacker, never been hit by a defensive tackle. And these defensive tackles will get you on the line of scrimmage because they're that fast.
That's what I'm saying, man. These guys is running. These dudes 3-something running 4.7s, man, 4.8s, and moving.
You're confident on this guy running the ball like he did at New Hampshire, playing against whoever. He looks big, but all this McCaffrey too. Nah, man, get out of here with that, bro. You know, nah.
Yeah.
Just look. He's a white dude. And he's a running back.
That's about as far as you go.
0 yards in the NFL right now, bro.
Nah, like I said, look, just watching him, you know, he has some skill, but it's
Madison can help us out.
Yeah,
we tend to lose. Where do we get Madison sucks? You know, I don't know.
You know the crazy thing is, what was it yesterday? One of the reports say that he was getting he was running with the first team. He was getting most of the first team reps.
Without it. He was left a team. He was left to be the starter on a team that just threw the ball, bro. That has the best receiver in the NFL.
Yeah.
Best deep threat in the NFL. And then he has another one in Addison that's just as fast, just as good, soon to be, you know, a top-notch guy.
That's a good point.
I think very highly of Addison. And he has a tight end that's good too. So, you know, Madison was like,
he's the odd man out. And plus, you know, he had some fumbling issues. So that's the first thing that's going to get you put on the bench.
No, he don't fumble with us, bro. You work on your ball security with us. People have their own ways of doing it.
Yeah. Because honestly, if you think about it, I mean, he showed enough potential where the Vikings were okay with getting rid of Dalvin Cook, which is probably one of the best running backs that's ever played in that organization.
Free agency.
He didn't sign nowhere. I like Cook, honestly. I ain't gonna lie. Now he says hurt, but I like Cook.
You get Dalvin Cook on the Raiders, what you think?
Oh, I'll take him. I mean, I don't know what else he has left in the tank, man. Just because he gets hurt a lot and
he got a bunch. As soon as he gets treated right, he got a bunch left in that tank.
Yeah. But he's a guy that he'll hit the hole. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna run into the back of his lineman. He gonna know where to run. So I don't know. I mean, I've always been a fan of Cook. Honestly, he's like him and Alvin Kamara. Them was like my guys. I really rock with them. Salute to Terrence Sledge, man. Appreciate it, my guy.
Didn't do what he did in Las Vegas. He probably would make a great Raider. I've been saying that for 2 years, bro.
Yeah, I've always liked Kamara, man. Always liked him. Let's see. Ana Diaz, he said, just watch our local news. The team is not happy being listed as only winning 6 games. They are hungry. Absolutely. They're pissed off. And I'm glad.
That usually doesn't happen unless you got to break down. How long is this vibe that AP has going to last when we start losing games? You know what I mean? Yeah. We got to start off fast, bro.
We do, especially week 1, because if we let Harbaugh come in after deconstructing that team on year 1, because the thing is, as much as I don't like Harbaugh, sooner or later he's going to get the team. He's going to get his teams together sooner or later. But in the beginning, we need to take advantage of that and ride this wave. But if we come out losing to Harbaugh with that depleted roster, I'm gonna be concerned personally, because I'm not scared of the Chargers at all.
They just got a good quarterback.
Yeah, I'm not scared of them at all. So
two old, injury prone defensive ends.
For sure. Let's see. Who else? I mean, I said I would like Marcus Mariota back. He wanted to win. He was down for the team. Marcus, I forgot Marcus is somewhere else. I think he's even No, he ain't competing for. I forgot where Marcus is at. I like Marcus.
Did you go to Atlanta?
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. You say Big Mac still on the Raiders, or he go to Buffalo? Who's Big Mac? Who's Big Mac? I don't know. Shout out to you though, Justin. Shout out to you. Let's see who else is in here, man. Let's see. Miller is on the cheap end of his deal. We got to ride until the wheels fall off. I feel that. Exactly. See, we be having some of the same opinions. No, we don't, Turf. We think opposite, bro. We think so nah, shout out Turf. But
you and your Luby stuff. And believe you me, Chris, I'm watching what Trey Benson's doing right now. I'm watching what Trey Benson's doing right now. He's very impressive, bro.
That's your guy. That's your guy. Now, if he balls out, you could pull me to the front of the classroom, man. Cause I didn't think he was gonna be it. Cause who'd you compare him to? He said something wild, bro. Huh?
LT.
LaDainian, man, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
At college, he looked just like LT with the ball. No, and I seen LT for 3 years, dude, because he went to TCU. And that's when they had like 19 teams in the WAC.
No, he was fired. No, LT, yeah.
He was fired, bro.
Benson's cold, but I just didn't.
Why do we get skeptical and say, well, let's get Glaze when Benson was there, or that other guy from Wisconsin was there. Benson was already gone, but
one of
those guys that we like was there. I go, here we go. There's my running back coming.
No, I feel that. But see, me personally, like just because I had such an attitude about Jacobs, I was like, no, we better not draft a running back because y'all told me that running backs grow on trees. Y'all told me anybody can play it. We don't need Jacobs. Anyone can do it.
Who's saying that?
I mean, most of the fans, not you. I'm just saying, but most of the fans are, running back and growing trees or a dime a dozen. Don't pay him this extra $2 million that he wants. It just sounds crazy, So I'm like, no, don't even go draft a running back because we got what you guys tell me is the next coming of Marcus Allen. So whatever, man. So
is here,
but so what's your thoughts on what you're hearing from the quarterback standpoint? So from me personally, I'm hearing a lot. I mean, they both are pretty much underwhelming. It sounds like Aiden's been throwing, he's maybe been looking a little bit better, but what's your thoughts as far as what you've been hearing?
3 days in, not much. I pretty much think that I want Gardner Minshew to take control of the team. And I think it's going to be a messed up situation for Minshew anyways, because we could be at San Diego, Chargers, the first game of the season, and Minshew throws a pick, and we're going to be yelling out for fucking AOC. So,
yeah.
For AP to go out the limb and say, he deserves a shot or whatever, he's the starter until we say otherwise or this and that. It looks like your coach made up his mind already. So,
yeah,
I'm expecting AOC to. I'll be surprised if Minshew gets the nod, but I think we would win more games with Minshew.
Yeah, like to me, I think it's still early. Like you said, but I think it's kind of a concern that AOC hasn't jumped out in front significantly since he has more rapport with the receivers. Because the thing is, I think Minshew is it's only going to get better for him as he gets more reps in. And then once the live bullets start, like the preseason games, I think that he's going to outshine Aiden. I think. I don't know. I mean, again, I hope Aiden does his thing, but I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But I don't know. I guess I was thinking that, people started trying to convince me that, hey, Aiden is, he's been working all summer with these guys and, he has all this rapport. So again, it's still early, but I was expecting to see him jump out a little, in the beginning.
The only thing I see the difference in, as Minshew has way more factors that are better.
Yeah.
Moves out the pocket. He's accurate, not as accurate as I think Aiden is, but I think we over talk how accurate Aiden is, because look at some of the throws he did make, and they were behind guys at their feet. They just make great catches.
Yeah,
but it's a completion for Aiden. He's a rookie. He had a bad person teaching him the game. And the only thing that he needs to worry about, that I worry about Aiden, is the type of offense he's in now. That offense is timing, that offense is speed, that offense is motions, there's a lot of shit going on to deviate the defense. And you have to be key on that, because if you're not, then you're just going to be the same guy that was, like when you first started. You're going to hold the ball too long and you're going to get sacked.
Yeah.
And that's very important. And then going back, he needs to have a good running game to help him out. Both of them do. Just look at anybody that runs that. And everybody says the 49ers and the Rams. Look at their running games. They're elite.
That's what I'm saying. People don't look at it from the defensive coordinator standpoint. Like, if you're a defensive coordinator and that you're playing against a Josh Jacobs. Now, okay, granted, Josh didn't have the type of season last year that he did the year before, but you still have to take it. The defensive coach still has to take into account the stop. Like, you have to make a constant effort to stop Josh Jacobs. Like, that has to be part of your game plan. So when you do that, there's certain schemes that you do to stop him, which may open up other stuff. If you got a lot of guys in the box, now, I think when, like the year before when Josh went crazy, because that was Carr's last year, right? When Josh won the title. Yeah. So therefore, at that point, I think, Carr had, Carr has an arm, at least, defense coordinators have to respect it. You got a Devontae, you got a, at that point we had Waller, so therefore it's opening up lanes for Jacobs. Like, people don't realize they go hand in hand, man. Now, when you take away Jacobs, the threat of Jacobs, all right, now I can comfortably roll coverage over to Adams and be a little bit more comfortable with it. So I don't know. I don't think Zeus is going to put that fear in defensive coordinators. They're going to be like, hey, you guys are going to have to beat me on Zeus. We're not going to let Devontae get the ball. If you guys beat us, your offensive line and Zeus is going to have to beat us. And I don't feel comfortable having to go into games like that.
And I'm wondering, it still bothers me. It runs through my mind how when Zeus was running the zone defense, zone scheme, that he was running in the backs of linemen that were moving, and he couldn't see where the hole was at, and his vision was all jacked up. What happened to all that? He didn't even play. Now he's doing that again. He's doing the same thing again now. When Cable was there, same, or
yeah.
when we did the New England stuff.
Yeah.
Same. They weren't zone. They were power blocking. So it's easy. It's easier. But when your offensive line is moving, you got to judge that where that hole's going to open up at. Squeeze through there and go. Yeah.
Anticipate. Yeah.
Vision, where where to, and you got to look at the defense where they're flowing at. Can you get them? Can you get them on the pursuit? And then that's all it is. It's just the defense overreacting to one side, and you taking it the other way.
Right.
And the holes like this, it goes. Boop, boop,
yeah,
boop,
in and out.
And he had a problem with that. Everybody said it. He hasn't ran under this scheme since then. when you were saying he was blind. He has eyes on the side of his head. He can only see sideways, and he was running into the backs of offensive linemen. He's in that same system again now.
Yeah.
What makes you confident that he's a beast, that he's this and that? Totally different offensive line maneuvering and footwork with the zone than straight up man power play. Totally different.
No, I agree. And no, I agree 1,000%. Because even when we look at last year, when he did get opportunity, he had a good game against the Chiefs, and he had a couple other games where he did pretty well. But it's not like, I mean, it took him a while to get going. I mean, earlier in the season, like, again, I always bring it up, but preseason, he looked terrible. He wasn't even the best, he wasn't the best runner on our team in preseason. Because we know Jacobs didn't play, but out of the guys that did play, Zeus was one of the worst looking ones. So
this is the first time you're gonna hear this. Anyway, since Tim McCormick had a better preseason.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. He did.
I don't know why I said that. I just had to make it.
But shout out to Jack Kenna. So he said he can't believe that Byron Young got first string reps. Jenkins was not at practice. I didn't realize that. So he got first team reps today. Okay. Maybe he's having a year 2 bounce back, man. I hope so.
You have the better, bro. The more you
Yeah. I hope so, man. I hope so. And that's the thing, man. If we can get these year 2 players going, that is going to be the biggest difference maker for us.
I think if we can start being excited about these second year players, because what they have to work with.
Yeah.
They're working with the best. And when I say the whole defensive line, I'm talking about the ends too. You know what I mean? I don't want Tyree Wilson to play inside. That's not what he is.
Yeah, you want to play his natural position.
So happens, Koontz had a step-up season. I ain't going to replace Koontz with Tyree right now. So it doesn't even look like Tyree needs to be on the field.
No. Honestly, if you even watch just the drills, I mean, he still has that slow get off, man. It drives me crazy. Like, I want him to do so well. I want him to do well. You look at guys like Koontz, and so even with his slow get off, it's almost like, okay, maybe he will be better inside, but does he have that dog in him to be inside? Because you almost got to be a maniac to be inside. You know what I'm saying?
He looks like a maniac.
He looks the part, but it's like
I call that dude Anunnaki Tyree, bro.
Yeah,
he looked like he about 50. They'll make dudes like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But does he have that dog in him? That's the question. Yeah,
we'll see. He's not real outspoken. You don't need to be. It's just when you strap that helmet on, man.
Yeah,
get busy. Now, Koontz ain't gonna give that job to you, bro. He ain't gonna hand it to you.
Oh no.
Now, you pick a 7th round and you can't beat out Koontz. There's something wrong with you. And so the most logical thing to do to save your ass, or it wasn't your draft, but is to put him inside.
Yeah, I mean that's
What
that's
a
really
great way to do that with a guy with a slow get off.
Yeah, because honestly, like if you think about it, as a defensive end, someone with that size, that doesn't have the type of get off, then you almost want him to be kind of how like Richard Seymour was, because Seymour would go inside and outside, and Seymour didn't necessarily have the get off, but man, Seymour had him. He had the hand-to-hand combat like nothing other, man. Like them damn swim moves and like he had them hands.
I bet you this, Chris. If you were a pulling guard or something like that, and Richard Seymour was on the other side, and that was your responsibility,
you don't want no parts of that.
But Tyree, he's out to play by the first step, by hike.
Yeah.
And then he goes.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, he needs to work on that. He needs to work at the whistle, and then to get him going, you slap the fool in his ass. Come on, Max. He's supposed to be with you.
Yeah.
So I expect improvement from Tyree.
Yeah. I mean, I hope.
But I haven't heard AP say anything about this kid is improving. This kid is showing up. All I see him is like this with a picture, and everybody going Google Gaga over this guy and saying, "Oh, he been in the weight room." What the hell does that matter?
They were sharing that picture so much.
What the hell does that matter, bro? With your screenshot now on your phone? What'd you do?
Oh, that's funny. No, that's so true. That's so true.
Disappointed that his number 7 pick was picked on potential.
Yeah, but what I will say, I do like our defensive line coach. I do like him. He's dynamic, and if anyone can get something out of Tyree, I think he can. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting.
Watch Raider always loves.
Oh yeah, man. I'm so far down, man. Let me get through some of these comments. I'm still on where we talking about Pete and Miller. Shout out to Leo, man. Let's see who else. Any new? Oh, my boy Raider Ben in the building, man. What's going on, my guy, man? Appreciate you coming through. Let me get through some of these. He said Pete's best days were at guard. Big drop off from Colton. Glaze is a project at best. Again, a reach. Not mad at that. See what up, big dog? What's going on, Brethren? What's going on, my man? Raider rundown in the building. TRS. Let's see what else, man. He said Jenkins ain't okay. So Jenkins ain't in camp. Raider Ribs, man. Appreciate you coming through, man. Let's see. Cool cat. He said Nessa can clog the toilet, can't clog the middle.
What is that?
Let's see. He said, can we see your boy play a different team first before we go on a victory lap? Man, hey, I'm not going on the victory lap yet. I'm just saying I'm staying on y'all's neck, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Hey, and everybody that's not subscribed to my boy Gravy, man. My boy D Menace has his link in the chat, man. Make sure you get in tune with Gravy, man. Get in tune with him, man. You gonna start your own show, right? Or you still kind of going back and forth about it?
I did one show. It was super late night. You remember that show?
Oh yeah.
You know what, Chris? I wanted to, but it's so hot, bro. Where I'm in the garage, bro. Now, this is where my room is, where I'm watching the game.
So yeah, so you don't even feel like being in there.
Oh man, sometimes. And then I'm excited with I miss a lot of shows. Like you're on the same times we are, so I watch you before.
Yeah.
But when we do a show, I like doing them after. I don't like doing them off days because I don't want to be the one stepping on dudes that want to shine stoves. So I let them do the work, and I'll be in the chat.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a lot. It's a lot to do. You know how it goes.
Oh yeah, no, I know for sure.
The time being home, getting people together, saying, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah,
sometimes
for sure.
People that do a show don't want to be on the show the next day.
Right. No, that's the truth.
But I could talk my shit for 5 hours by myself. That'll get boring too.
I'm telling you, man. I was just telling my boys yesterday, man. I was like, I want to do a show with me, you, and Severe Raider, man. I think us three will make a fire show because all three of us we go against the grain with our thoughts, man. We would get some things going. I'm gonna make that happen. We at least gonna get on the show at some point, man. Let's see. My boy Jose says Dylan. I think I always say what's his, how you pronounce his last name? Everybody say I say it wrong. So it's not Labe. Dylan Labe.
Say Labe.
Labe.
Well, when he does something, I'll get his name right.
That's right. So he's a star of the camp right now.
Where'd you see that at?
Yeah, I'm not sure. The star that I keep hearing, I keep hearing about Jack Jones and Bennett and Jacoby. Some of the ones I'm hearing. Salute Donnie C in the building, man. What's going on? He said Bennett coming out of Maryland is a pride thing. Can't be a bus coming from a big school. I mean, you can be a bus, but I get what you're saying.
Okay,
say what's up, John Leon. What's going on, my guy? Let's see, man. A lot of good comments. Got John. Carlos Costa. Let's see. Hi men. I am Carlos from Mexico City. What's up, man? Said, do you think a 10-7 is possible?
Yeah.
To me, I definitely do. I definitely do.
With Gardner Minshew playing quarterback.
Right. Right.
I mean, if it's Aiden, look, plain and simple, bro. I don't dislike AOC, but the way I roll when I've been coaching football is a quarterback that moves is as better for your team than it is a quarterback that stands there. Now we say, hey, Tom Brady was a statue. Okay, we'll try to compare Tom Brady to AOC is ridiculous, man. You know what I mean?
But Grady, AOC had a better rookie year than Peyton Manning, so that means he's going to be better.
Yeah. I know. I see your sarcasm in that.
No, but people say that garbage.
Yeah,
ahead,
that's just and the thing that I was going to bring up is that it's just an excuse.
Exactly.
You're so used to having the mediocrity right there at that position, and for losing, and to be 10-7, and to be 8-8, and to be 6 wins. You know, the reason why we got 6 wins is because we've always done that. For 25 years, we've been doing the same thing.
Going on, Nate. Yeah.
You know? And they're so used to down in the Raiders, and we haven't proven until a couple of games last year that we could be dominant, that we could beat teams. And now it feels different. It feels different. It feels a little different with the coaching. And then the players are more excited and things like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Now you're going to hit somebody. Chris. What are you going to do when it counts? You know, we went 1-3 last year, bro. 1-3 last year. We can't do that.
No,
this year. Can't do that.
That's true.
So we do shit like that, expect us to win 6 games. But if we improve, we're talking about these guys. If these rookies pan out, I hope they do. If Tyree, I'm rooting for the guy, but
he got to earn it though.
He got to earn it.
We can't will him to do well.
This can't place the American Richardson as a rookie, don't got no picks ever in college, to come and beat out Bennett when we're hearing that he's improving in camp. We're hearing that he has a different mindset. What are you hearing about Richardson?
Yeah.
Nada, bro.
Yeah. No, that's just,
you know, I want to. I'm not a clickbait type guy. My believeness in, hey, Bennett's getting busy, you know, this and that. Okay, he's improving. Is he an all-around corner right now? Nah. But now year 2, that's enough. 2 years is enough to prove your point that you're solid at what you got picked at.
Just show you're progressing. That's all I want. Because that's at least what Kuntz did, and that's why I never gave up on Kuntz. At least you always saw Kuntz was progressing, and there's like once he gets the opportunity to start balling out, he will. You know, he just needs the opportunity. But here's a comment from I imagine it's a fan from another team. He said, "Are you all going to trade Adams?" No, unless it hits the fan around trade deadline. But I say no. Where you at, Gravy?
Who we got to lean to?
Huh?
Who we got to lean to?
Right. Yeah.
See, that's what I mean. The so much. How many chats have you had on your lives? I'm sure the hundreds of them that said we should trade DA. He makes too much money. This and that. It's gonna mess up our cap. This and that. Why you all up in the Raiders' pockets, man? You should be worried. You worried more worried about that than wins and losses. I'm just tired of losing. I don't give a shit how much money he got. I know he got a bunch of money.
Right.
DA deserves that money.
If no one else does, he does.
He proved it. So with us or with anybody else, he's going to get that same contract.
Yeah.
He's not going to do it less.
Yeah.
He's not going to do it less.
You know what? One thing that I hate is it's like Raider fans, we're so used to just not having nothing nice that it's like how come other teams can have all these stars? It's like, we paid Max and even looking at the free agents of next year, talking about Hobbs and both of our safeties and Kuntz and all that. And I'm like, why can't we re-sign most of them? Because other teams all the time, they figure out a way to keep all their great players. You know what I'm saying? Like I think of like even the Browns, like they found a way to keep Myles Garrett, to keep Denzel Ward, to keep Nick Chubb. Like they figured out a way. Like how come we can't do that? And I just hate that notion of we got to pick and choose and we're gonna have to let some people go. Like let's make it happen. Let's make it work, man. Let's sign our homegrown guys.
I'll tell you why, bro. How much transition has Cleveland had recently? Yeah. Same coach for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Same GM for a couple of years, and then they shocked the NFL making the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
At the best defense in the NFL. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So us every year and a half, 2 years, different coach, different scheme, different general manager, different this, different that. So it's just no wonder all these players are off and on just because that's the way our organization is. But now at least we can at least have some stability. I'm looking forward to that. And then if you have stability, you're going to have a better team. We didn't never had that, dude. For 20-something years, we've never had that stability.
The thing, we haven't even had the same defensive coordinator for a while. We finally are doing it, and that's why you see our defense thriving under Patrick Graham. And that's why I get so upset when guys want to just get rid of someone so quickly. Like, continuity means everything. Like, Carr was not my favorite quarterback, but one thing about him, once he started getting some continuity in the system, he got better every year for the most part. It's like people just if things don't go right, like honestly, it's gonna piss me off if we start off slow this year and people are already trying to get rid of AP. That's gonna piss me off, and I could see it happening.
I think AP. It's not gonna be like a Telesco, JP moving at the same time. Everything's gonna fall on AP.
Oh yeah. He's he'll
he had all these minds, all these real respected minds with him to teach him, this and that, and I'm all into that. I ask OGs all the time, what do you think about this? Even if it's old school football, what do you think about the trap play coming back with different line play, with different blocking schemes, with the trap? Yeah. Sometimes it's a fullback, bro.
I used to love the trap, bro.
You know what I mean? That's out of football. It's out of football. You don't have fullbacks no more. They use tight end. You know what I mean? So now you got to adjust it with the tight end. So, and these tight ends now are so lean and Waller-like. You know what I mean? But that's what changes the linebacker position. That's why you got a lot of safeties, big safeties being converted into linebackers, because these guys can hang with those tight ends. Your basic linebacker, Bosworth and all these big, strong downhill linebackers, they can't hang with these dudes.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Football evolves every year. And
people don't want to hear that, though. People don't want to hear that. Yeah, they don't want to hear that. Here's a funny comment. Shout out to Black Hole. He said the biggest difference I see in quarterbacks are Minshew's swagger is Iceberg Slim. O'Connell's swagger is Hondo Carpenter's socks.
Right there.
That's wild.
You gotta have swag if you're a quarterback.
That's wild.
You gotta have that swag.
Leo said guard from Notre Dame. Now I was talking about Fisher. That's what I was talking about. Fisher, that tackle.
Way up there, Michelle.
I know, man. I know. I gotta get
that question an hour ago.
Yeah, exactly. Cooper Beebe was still on the board. Yeah, I'm way up there. But shout out to Martinez, man. What's going on? Trying to just see some new names in here, man. I got my boy Matt in the building, man. He says Zamir made up late last season when Jacobs went down. That's true. That's what we were talking about. He did. He started doing this thing later on.
Yeah, he did his thing, but how many touchdowns did he score?
Yeah. Oh, here we go. I'm curious to hear what you say about this. So Gravy's still salty about Illuminor. Tell me about that. Were you a fan of Illuminor?
Blumenauer's a good offensive lineman.
I was a fan of him too. That's why I was curious on what you were gonna say. I was all for keeping him for right tackle for continuity.
Mental breakdowns in the red zone, bro.
Yeah, that pissed me off.
Ultimate key for me to pull you out the game. There's only enough talking you could do for shit like that. They did it all the time.
The most crucial downs too.
3rd and 1 in the red zone.
Yeah.
You're gonna get in the red zone and you're 10 yards back. You know?
Yeah. Yep.
Then you're kicking field goals. Then we're bitching at the quarterback, but it's a little, you know. So it's just that type of discipline needs to be instilled into him, or there's no snap count issues. If he has a problem with hearing people, then you're not a.
For sure.
But all in all, his protection, his run blocking, and all that was A-okay. But he just did those bad habits. He had bad habits.
Right. Shout out to Watts Raider, man. Watts Raider in the building, man. Appreciate you stopping through. He said, please stop disrespecting Renfro, homie. Have some class about yourself, dude. Who's disrespecting Renfro? Let's see, somebody.
I'll disrespect Renfro every day, every minute of the week. He's scared to get hit. What type of football player is afraid to get hit?
He did. He would hit the ground so quick. But the thing, I wanted Renfro to do good, man. I really did. I did like Renfro, but I think him and McDaniel just kind of took the love of the game away from him, man. So I don't know.
He was a big problem as far as that, because McDaniel's routes are what he designs, and you have to run them that way, because McDaniels would know who's open. He would he's that good of an offensive coordinator that he would dissect that defense. So if this guy, he goes through every scenario, this guy will get this guy. Tay will be open in the middle of the field, right?
Yeah.
So if Renfro's going to be open, and Renfro used to emphasize his do a little ballerina dance and then do his route, right? That China route that he always was real good at.
Yeah. Yep.
But it would take him so long to do that.
It's messed the timing up.
It would be covered, and the quarterback wants to throw the ball, but he ain't ever turned his back to him and gave him a target yet. That was Renfro's downfall.
It was. If
you're going to improvise,
when you were able to freestyle a little bit, it was fine. And if we had the line that could block that extra little bit of time, you're fine. But if it's a 1, 2, 3, the ball got to go. Renfro's still over here juking and jiving. So, but I don't know.
That was his. And then got a couple of concussions in a row.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
A lot of turnovers. Well, if you're concussed, your body ain't gonna hold on to the football. So
yeah,
I understand that.
Yeah, he had a rough, because he had that big fumble against the Bills that first year with McDaniels, and then he ran into Tay when it probably would have been a game-winning touchdown against the Chiefs.
That was his bad. That was his bad.
Yeah, as I'm saying, that was on him. Yeah,
he ain't no deep threat. So
yeah,
what the hell you doing out here?
Exactly.
He's improvising.
Yeah,
he's improvising. He got in the way, so it messed him up.
Exactly what happened. So Watts Raider says our running back room is fine. I disagree. All right, we got a question from, let's see, Jack Henna. He said Raiders goal line and running back and running the rock. I see Bowers at fullback. What do you guys think? Me personally,
I see Myers at fullback, but Bowers ain't that big.
Yeah, like I don't. I mean, maybe if you want to get like creative with it, but just Bowers in the backfield as a fullback, just doing ISO blocks on linebackers.
He's gonna be in motion a lot. You're gonna see.
Yeah.
You're gonna see Bowers in motion a lot. Because you see Renfro in motion and DJ Turner in motion. You're gonna see Bowers doing that, because it's gonna piss a lot of people off. We're gonna say, why is this quarterback throwing horizontally all the time?
Yeah.
He's gonna throw to the sideline most of the time, and then you guys are gonna be upset about that.
For sure.
It's gonna happen. That's the way that offense is run.
I agree. Let's see. Would be nice to get our first regular season win ever in front of fans at SoFi against Harbaugh. Would be nice. I can see it happening. See Marcus with the Eagles. Let's see. Justin Herbert throws lucky passes. He can throw for 400 yards and we still win. Under Harbaugh, he's not going to throw a lot of. People got to realize that Harbaugh wants to pound the rock. That's what he wants to do. So we will have 5 wins in our divisions. Donkeys and butt plugs are wins this year.
You want what the old school Raider Nation, what they want us to do every year. That's what Harbaugh wants a physical, but he ain't got the pieces yet. He ain't got all them dudes yet.
No, he don't got the pieces at all. And plus, I don't know how well that system's going to do in the NFL. Because honestly, if you think about it, that's kind of what Vrabel. That's kind of what Vrabel was trying to do for the longest time, which was fine, but only took you so far. And he has a beast as a running back, but it's like teams can scheme to beat that. You know, unless you got
you can get him down. If you get that beast down and not let him go off.
Yeah.
And still to this day, I don't think people could get him down. But you know, with Eckler there, it wasn't the type guy for that offense. And whoever they picked up now, they're just going to go through the motions for a little bit. But you know, there's just about everybody has them going to the playoffs. Just because.
Who you talking about? Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy to me. And we're going like Watch Raider said we going 5-1 in the division. I can see that. I see us sweeping the Donkeys and Chargers, splitting with the Chiefs. I see 5-1 all day. But I really think the Chargers are going to be. I think they're going to be terrible, man.
Maybe that's what they want. They want that. They want to pick high to get players.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be fancy picks. They're gonna get offensive linemen. They're gonna get every offensive lineman in building the free agency, and then a very good running back via trade or something.
Yeah,
just stacking up and then
for sure.
But we'll get them both times.
Man, some people they say we're gonna be 6-1 for the first 7 games. Oof.
I had us going 4-0, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, that Ravens game is gonna be that's gonna be a battle. Now, if we mess around and handle business that game, that's gonna be that eye opener game. That's gonna the NFL is gonna have to take notice to us for sure.
We're gonna see what our offense is doing.
Yeah,
we play against that front. With that front, we're gonna see how our offensive line's doing with that front.
Yep,
we're the best fronts in football. So. And they got solid linebackers. They got solid corners. And we get that win. Get that win. It's going to be a good – I hope it's a good physical game so we prove that we can play physical like that.
Oh, yeah.
And then that'll put worries in people in our division saying, wow, these dudes ain't playing around. Because I see everybody besides Harbaugh, and he ain't got the players yet, that are just finesse teams.
Exactly.
Kansas City won the Super Bowl being physical.
Yeah.
You know, against the best defense in football then, and tired them out just with the running game, with Pacheco, with that new guy, and McKinnon will go in there.
That's true.
And then they give it to Kelsey. And the whole world knew they didn't have receivers.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. And that's a crazy thing about it.
And won the Super Bowl, bro.
Yeah.
That's how I want to win a Super Bowl. That's how I want to win like that.
Right.
You run the ball for 250 yards. I ain't never gonna stop talking about it, Chris. I ain't never gonna stop talking about it.
Yeah.
It's all of them.
Oh yeah. Right. No, I'm with you. Let's see. Jose says Guard Dog throws too many interceptions. He better come out of the bullpen. Yeah, I strongly disagree, man. I strongly disagree because I'd rather my quarterback, throw an interception here or there than have games where they're throwing for 62 yards. Sometimes you got to take chances.
That's happening.
Yeah, you got to take chances. So
not scoring 3/4 of a game. Yeah, we won defensive.
Yeah, but you're not going to get 2 defensive touchdowns. No, you're not. You're not. And honest, like to me, I think Howie Long says it the best, man. It's like Gardner he's a gamer. You know what I'm saying? When it's on, and honestly, this is his first chance of really getting a chance to compete. And again, I I say I want Gardner. That's just I think he gives us the best chance, but I'm supporting whoever whoever wins. But we'll see.
Who went to the Pro Bowl as a backup.
Right. So
and we're happy. We're happy on the 5-4 record right here.
Right.
And then Lowe brings up a great point that I really can't talk shit with is that Gardner Minshew takes a lot of risks. He when he gets out of the pocket, sometimes he'll throw the ball wicked and wild. But if he can control that, if we can protect him, then that'll work. With the receivers we have, because we know that Jacoby Myers, there's not a lot of balls that he can drop. He's a very good hands catcher. He leaves big targets, and he can make things happen. Tay, it was I was kind of upset how Tay's reactions were, being mad like that. That's not the way he plays.
Yeah.
Could have been frustration, but it's not all the quarterback's fault sometimes. Sometimes it's your fault, your receivers. Why do you got to make a great catch every time you catch the ball? That's the quarterback having issues with.
Yeah. I agree.
Right here, boom, all the time. You practice that. We've seen the guys, throw them in nets. That's not an accuracy drill, but it just shows you how fast it comes out of your arms, how fast it comes out of your hand.
Right.
Minshew has that. We keep saying that Aiden has this cannon of an arm, but I never seen it.
Me either. And everyone talks about like they act like he has like pinpoint accuracy. Like
he has good accuracy.
Yeah, I mean, but it's okay. It's not like he doesn't have a Peyton Manning type of ball. Like, he does his accuracy is not good enough to overcome his immobility. It's like he's not a Brady. As much as people want him to be a Brady, he's not a Brady at all. So yeah, it's funny.
He's not even a Minshew. I'll tell you that. He's not even a Minshew.
Right.
But the things you take away from Aiden, Minshew has. So what's the problem here of saying that this guy could lead us to it? But just what he did the last end of the season. Look what Minshew did the last end of the season. He beat us. Yes, I understand. We had an opportunity to win the game at the end, but he did it.
Yeah, he's gritty.
He didn't do it against San Diego the first game of the last year, or Chargers game last year, right?
Yeah.
Didn't score any points against the Minnesota game, and I'm going to keep bringing that game up until this dude changes my mind. Why his red zone percentage? Now you look at stats, Chris, and I'm pretty sure in the chat you get people that shoot stats to you.
Oh yeah, that's what they do. Yeah, it's like they don't watch the game. They don't care about the eye test.
I listen to them. Yeah, I do. But when you look at this. Okay, he didn't get no picks, right? He got 1 pick, 9 touchdowns. Okay, and that was a span of 4 or 5 games. Probably. He got 4 touchdowns against the Charger game, right? So that's 5 touchdowns to 1 pick. Is that good to you? 5 touchdowns you should be averaging. If you're a good quarterback,
at least 2 a game,
and you're going to have some drop-off games, some good games, or whatever. 5 touchdowns, okay, you could have been.
But on devil's advocate, people are going to be like, "Well, he was a rookie."
How many games did you win? But you're starting, bro. You're starting.
Yeah.
So evidently, the coaches think that's all we had.
Yeah.
That's all we had to win the game. You're gonna throw Garoppolo back there with his sorry shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
right. Shout out the loon in the building, man. They talking about, hey, they say go get a GoFundMe to get Gravy a portable AC unit for that garage.
Yes, start it up on Chris's chat.
Hey, we'll get it together, man. We'll get him one, man.
The only thing that makes me feel hot is people talking stupid shit about the Raiders.
Oh yeah,
that's when I feel hot in my garage. Can't control myself.
And the thing is, like, I always just see myself as one of those fans that's just objective. So I say a lot of stuff that just piss other Raider fans off because you know, like I'm not gonna always drink the Kool-Aid like everyone else. Like I play devil's advocate more than anyone else, for the most part. And that's why people will say I'm hating. Like I'm not hating on nobody. I'm just calling it how I see it. I want this team to do great. You know, like I always say, like I'm a cheer for AOC if he's our quarterback, just the way I cheered for Terrell Pryor, who I loved. I cheered for Jamarcus Russell. I cheered for Jason Campbell. I cheered for them all. So, you know, I'm not hating on nobody, but I definitely watch enough football to be able to have an opinion. You know,
And
I played enough football too.
I was tight-lipped, you know, the first times I got on lives, bro, listening to all this energy that we were having, all this, and I was down with it.
Yeah.
But we weren't winning, bro. We weren't winning. So I said, you know what I'm going to do, man? I'm going to start talking about the things I see in people that they got upset. They get upset. They get tired of me sometimes. But most of the time, what I said was right, Chris.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's right.
Yeah.
So I was right about Peters. Everybody was saying, he's a dog. He's from Oakland. When are we going to get that out? It doesn't matter where you're from, bro.
Right. No, that's true. That's true.
He's from
I wanted
Peters
Peters to do well.
look bad, bro. He making Oakland look bad.
Yeah. I wanted Peters, and you know the crazy thing about it is, like, there was some times he didn't have effort, but Peters didn't really necessarily play bad for us. You know what I'm saying? It was just a couple games where he did, but like he had a pick six for us, and he dropped 2 other pick sixes. Like he played fairly well. He just takes plays off. But it's not. I mean,
did you see this boy tackle?
Oh yeah, he don't even try.
Okay.
He don't even try.
Okay.
But the thing is, he's always been like that. Like if you're a scout and you don't know that Marcus Peters can't tackle, then shame on you. In any fan that thought we were gonna get, you know, a physical Richard Sherman type of corner out of Peters, and I don't know what to tell you. He's never tackled ever. Dion didn't tackle. Like, I mean, he's a perimeter player that plays off. He takes chances. He usually is around the ball. He did that when he was for us, but you know, the thing is, he's an emotional guy. Once you start losing, he's one of them guys that'll just pack it up. He'll shut down. He'll pack it up and he'll pout.
Doesn't go his way.
Exactly.
That's the way Deshaun Jackson was.
Yeah, D-Jack, yeah.
I thought it was the same thing.
Same way.
Deshaun Jackson was great for us. What? He just won us a Thanksgiving game on a bomb.
Yeah.
That's all I seen him do.
Yeah, that's true. And I like D-Jack. I always like D-Jack. That was my guy, but you're right. He's one of those guys that if he's not happy, you know.
I just want to play for the team I've always loved for. That's cool. They say that.
Yeah, they say that.
He did. They said that. But just you know, your production for the Raiders, you should have played a little bit harder for us.
No, I agree. The sports man in the building. What's going on, my guy? That's my guy right there.
We're gonna get you on pretty soon, brother.
Oh yeah, man, that's actually what we need. I might have to give you, the sports man, have our own show, man. We'll piss off the whole Raider Nation between the 3 of us.
Yeah, man. You most of the time, 99% agree on what we're going on. Because you got to think logically, Chris. You know, I know I'm pumped up too, bro. I'm pumped up like a mug over here, bro. And I want us to win. I want us to meet each other and see and get rowdy at the game and look something to cheer for and all that.
Oh, yeah.
But when it comes to football, it's a certain way that football's played, and we as fans can make it exciting for everybody, because what we say, the players have to understand that. And if they don't, we're going to deal with the same shit. I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait for Luby to blossom. I don't want to wait for these young kids to blossom. I want to win right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If that don't pump you up, then football ain't for you, man.
Right. No, I'm with you.
Go play soccer.
So Raider Felon says Jared Goff is a statue and he wins. He hasn't always won. He hasn't always won. But the thing is, it's like, you know,
Goff can move more than
when he has to. Yeah,
he'll move more than AOC will.
He showed it in the playoffs. He had a nice run for a first down. I think the solidified game in the playoffs, if I remember right.
Tell me, Tell me, how many first downs did you see Aiden get for us?
See, here we go. Big Daddy Jose, I love you, man. He knows I love him. But I cannot stand this narrative. I cannot stand this narrative. After CJ Stroud, AOC was the next best rookie.
They're the only two that played.
No, there was 3. The thing is, there was only 3 that really played. And when people say that, they're basically they're insinuating that AOC is better than Bryce Young. That's really what they're saying. They're saying that, you know, he's better than Bryce Young. But then when you ask people, now, the thing is, again, I don't know why our fans aren't always objective, but let me ask you this question. Would you trade AOC for Bryce Young right now? I'm surprised you're thinking about it that much.
Yes, I would.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, it's like, yes, like AOC is not better than Bryce Young. Bryce Young, it was in a horrible situation. He has nothing. Bryce Young.
I was thinking what I was gonna say, so I don't sound stupid. But
yeah,
I just should have answered your question first.
Yeah, it's not even.
Bryce Young was a better quarterback.
But they always say this because that's their way of saying, he's a second best of this class. AOC isn't. AOC, out of all the quarterbacks in the class, had the most weapons. And I hate when I have to get in this bag because people think that I'm hating on AOC. I'm not. But I mean, AOC had Devontae. I mean, he had Josh Jacobs in the backfield. He had a very good number 2 receiver. I mean, he had weapons. Bryce had nothing. I mean, even CJ kind of made them guys good. Like, before CJ got there, Nico Collins, you know, that's my guy from Michigan. But nobody was checking for Nico.
Okay, Dale, that made CJ had an impact on that team.
That's what I'm saying.
Then AOC have an impact on our team.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why, shout out to Jose. You know I love him, man. But
It's a good question. I've heard it before. I've heard it before thousands of times.
Yeah, and that's why I always ask people, because I'm like, when you say that, okay, AOC was the second best rookie, what you're telling me is, oh, well, he's better than Bryce Young, the guy that was first overall. But is he really? Because I know people in the chat are going to be like, yeah, I would do it. I wouldn't trade AOC for Bryce Young. Yes, you would.
You see that kid move around a little bit. He's a little slim, but
yeah, you know, he did
the best he could before he got hurt. And the reason why he got hurt, because he took things upon himself, which good quarterbacks do.
You have to. He had nothing there. He has nothing there. His best receiver, DJ Moore, was out of there. They traded him all. He had nothing.
Imagine AOC with that team.
That's what I'm saying. That like he would have did worse than what Bryce did.
You wouldn't even. He probably would.
He may not even had the chance to start.
I don't know who their backup is.
Yeah, I don't know. And that's what I'm saying. I hate when I say that because everybody, they get mad and people start locking.
We have so much this enthusiasm and this and it's like we want AOC to play great, but you're iffy about it. You just want to say, you know, you just don't want to be mean to the Raiders. Well, go ahead and do it, man. Say what you want to say.
Exactly.
In situations like this that me and Chris are on, and then you'll start thinking that way, saying, just look at the tape, man. He does things wrong. He's a rookie. Yeah. He didn't have a guy calling plays right. There was a big transition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't want to hear about that no more. I don't want to hear about that no more. He's got a good coach. He has great offensive minds behind him. Great. There is no excuse. What are we going to say next year? Oh, this is only year 2. Give him another chance. That's waiting. That's your team, another 8-9 record, another this and that record. When you got a guy that's proven that can win games as a backup.
Yeah, he's already done it.
You tell me a backup quarterback that did that.
Right.
That almost made their team go to. He was a drop pass away from getting into the playoffs, bro.
Honestly, if Jimmy G would have played as good as Gardner Minshew would have played last year, we probably would have been in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. If you think about it,
he was was getting our receivers killed, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know who he thought he was throwing to. But
oh, yeah, he was killing cats. So, Aunt Six had a question for you, man. He said, do you have my fantasy football ring ready? Uh-oh. That sounds like some personal stuff.
Gotta earn that.
You gotta earn it.
What year in my fantasy and took, what, 8th?
Who got 8th? Aunt Six got 8th?
I don't know. I might be lenient. 10th, maybe. I don't I don't know if he was in the playoffs, but it's coming up. I'll shoot you the link, bro. So
Sportsman, he said real is real. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. He said it's the first week of camp. Fools need to relax. Yeah, I mean, the pads aren't on yet. I mean, you know, it is what it is. We're gonna see what happens.
Talk about it, bro.
We gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. Because we really got real reports now. We're not all the speculation's going. That's what we've been doing for the last 5 months, just speculating. We got real reports now. We're going to talk about
it. And if you're at camp and you want to give out some information, let us know. Let us know what's up.
Yeah.
See if you're upset. Because
that's true.
You know, we're gonna have a show where you know guys out of there. And then what do you think? Who's doing good? Is Bennett really showing up?
Right.
You know, is he getting a chance to?
Right.
Is anybody behind him giving him a push? And then plus the quarterback situation.
Right. So actually, a mobile quarterback is harder for offensive linemen to maintain blocks. They're constantly running out of script. It depends, man. But the mobile quarterback save offensive linemen a lot as well.
Not in the zone.
Yeah, they save them a lot.
It's almost that you need to have one. You need to have somebody with some ability. If they really truly go with the West Coast scheme, the way of things, Chris. Now, this is just the basic knowledge of we want to hear it. Basic knowledge of the way the West Coast offense is set up. There's not really no deep ball in the West Coast offense. It happens because you get so. It's hard for the defense to control what goes on in front of them. They see what's going on in front of them, but you have all these crossing patterns. You got running backs going everywhere. You got guys, tight ends, you know, doing this. And then you get Devontae by himself on a one-on-one. Devontae is the best man on one-on-one coverage. He's going to beat that guy. Then you take a shot
that. Every time.
Then you take a shot like that. But it's not a dink and dunk system. You know, everything in the West Coast offense is projected to be 8 to 10 to 12 to 15 yards.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not a dink and dunk. And there's no saviors on it because everybody's moving. So you have a grip of outlets that you can look to.
Yep.
Everybody's on a route. So, and it's not hard for the lineman to do the scheme because what better thing than a lineman to play muscles, you know, to bench press a defensive tackle or to get that tackle off his leverage and move his ass to the sideline.
Yeah.
Offensive lineman would rather do that.
No, for sure.
You keep your offensive line moving. That means they're athletic, they're in shape, they're not going to get tired. And that defensive tackle is going to hate doing that.
Yeah, for sure.
They just want to hit you and go get the quarterback. That's it.
For sure.
They get to running back and forth like this. Them big boys are going to get tired, bro.
Any defensive lineman will tell you they hate playing against those mobile guys because the thing is your defense, you could shut everything down. But if you got a quarterback that can honestly, that's why Big Ben was so great. For being as big as he was able to be mobile enough that when things shut down, Ben would be able to buy enough time for his receivers to go off script and go upfield, like Mike Wallace and all them back in the day, and all them dudes like that, Santonio and all like that. They made a living off of Big Ben. All them like they literally made they made a living off of going off script and making a killing. So it's like I know that's not. That's not what you want to do. That's not what you. But the thing, like Mahomes, as much as we hate Mahomes, he's a god at that. Like, it's nothing more frustrating when your defensive backs got the guy locked down. The defense is pretty much doing well, and that quarterback puts a little sauce in it. Buys another a half second, 2 seconds, and that receiver has enough time to switch their route and be out of there, man. So
nowadays you got defensive coordinators saying, I'm cool with the 5-yard.
Yeah,
With
they
the
are.
5-yard. I'm cool with that. Give it to him. Just make sure you tackle him.
Exactly.
They're cool with that. But they just don't want to get
don't let them
15.
score. Yep.
They just don't want that. And that's not bend or break. That's letting you do what you do. Let your quarterback. But what it does is it gets your quarterback in a rhythm. It gets your quarterback. There's always the defensive coordinator finds something. The offensive coordinator is developing something right off that. And they have it.
Yeah.
And Getsy's going to be a big part of this, Chris, because we don't even know what he's coming up with because and nobody can say unless you know the guy or you know coaches. I do know coaches that know Getsy, you know, during his college days or whatever, and he's always run a West Coast offense. So
yeah,
it's not the West Coast offense like Green Bay.
Yeah, there's different styles of it. Yeah,
kind of. They put their own mixes in it, and then some of it's speed. Some of it's misdirection. Some of it is different. But if you do that, then you just make the defense think. That's what you want to do, Chris, because a thinking man is a slow man, bro. That's the term in football.
Oh, and on defense,
you're out there thinking.
You got to read and react. Read and react,
slow.
Man.
So you know about that. So I just want to tell your audience that if you're thinking out there, your defense, and you're thinking,
good point.
You got them. You got them.
Good point.
And that's when that offense starts rolling.
Real Talk made a good point. Said I thought they let Illuminor walk because we were targeting a right tackle early in the draft. I guess I was wrong. Yeah, a lot of people. That's why a lot of people was thinking that Fuaga or something like that was going to happen. So
now, I want to tell you this. Now I want to tell you. If Tyree has another year, which wasn't a good year, right?
Yeah.
And what did we need last year? We needed a defensive tackle, right? That defensive tackle was there that plays in Philly.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started on that, bro.
Now, this year, right, a year later,
don't get me started.
We pick a tight end that's a supreme athlete.
Yeah.
Went to a legendary school with a great coach, a great staff, the best staff that money could buy. Won multiple national championships. Was the best tight end for 2 years in a row. And the year before that when he was a junior or a sophomore, and then.
Salute the Arizona Raider Nation media. Salute.
We needed an offensive tackle. We needed somebody on the offensive line, and Fuaga got picked right after us. So, are we gonna do this shit back to back? Where we picked the wrong guy? When we all of us thought we were gonna get an offensive lineman. Did you? Oh, we got the 1800.
Yeah. Real Talk was wondering what I was sipping on, man. I got the Neho 1800. Yeah. He said I saw 3 different colors, and everybody know I love my strawberry lemonade. So I chase it with that, just a little sip.
The 1800 Blanco. Bro.
Oh, you like the Blanco? But no.
You see what I'm saying? That could happen 2 years in a row. We're not talking enough of it because of Tyree thing.
Yeah,
that was a pick on potential. And then seeing the dude, I understand it, but he's not living it.
Coming off a foot injury.
Then why'd you pick
didn't play the top competition?
Defensive tackle, which we needed, right? Just what if we have Homeboy? Then we would have got Wilkins too.
It would be disgusting.
And
it would be disgusting.
And Kuntz still has the same year.
Yeah, it'd be disgusting. But I will say, because again, I'm always someone that the devil's advocate. Would we have got the same Jalen Carter? Probably not. Once things started, because he might be a guy that we were talking about. It's like Peters. If things don't go well, he may be bad in the locker room. I mean, we know that his work ethic was kind of questionable at times. Maybe he would just pack it in. So I don't know. It's hard to say, but you're right though. At the time, even if we didn't get him, get Christian Gonzalez. Like you watch that kid on film, he's a beast. He's going to be a future cornerback one.
We wouldn't have the problem at corner.
Right, for sure.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
With these guys that are coming up on contract, I know we might deviate from this. Who would you keep and who wouldn't you keep? And tell me in a nutshell, why wouldn't you keep?
You say
to get paid. Get paid.
Who would I keep and who wouldn't I keep?
The guys that are coming up under next year that need to get paid. Who give me top? What is there, about 5 of them?
Yeah.
What's the priority of it all the way down to less priority?
Ah, man, it's so tough, man, because I'm all about the homegrown talent, man. But I got to be honest, man. Kuntz, I'm taking Kuntz first, man. I know a lot of people want to go Hobbs. I'm taking Kuntz first. You know, and I'm saying this with the idea of, you know, he's gonna develop like I think he will. So I'm gonna say Kuntz. Then I'm gonna say Hobbs. Then it gets interesting at that point because I really like Spillane. He's getting a little up there in age. I like Spillane. But then I like actually, God, dog. I don't know. See, the safeties is where it gets a little weird for me because I like both of them. I like Morick and I like Epps, and if I could, I want to keep them all together, man. And that's why I say, like, we got to figure it out, man.
And you got Jack Jones.
Oh, Jack
Jones needs to get paid too.
Shit.
So where's your priority at now?
Yeah. You know what? I always leave Jack out of that. Honestly, I always leave Jack out of that.
What if he has a bad year this year?
I'm not gonna lie. What I'd probably do is, because somebody's getting franchise tag, so it might be Jack. Jack might get franchise tag.
You don't think the franchise coach?
I don't know, man.
Who you think is going to get paid more, defensive end or a corner? Now, all of them ain't going to get outlandish, top of the notch money. But I'm talking about.
They both are premier. They both are premier. They're both premier positions.
They have 1 year each of production, good production, A+ production in this. The only one.
I'm paying Jack. I'm paying Jack. I'm paying Jack. I'm making sure I'm locking Jack up, just because. I think Jack's gonna be special, and he's gonna work his tail off for AP. If we did not have AP, my thoughts on Jack wouldn't be as high. But yeah, so Jack first. I'm taking Jack first, then I'm taking Kuntz, and then Hobbs. So that's my top 3 priority. Well, who's yours?
You gonna let Maury go?
See, I don't want to let none of them go. I'm just saying. I'm just playing a hypothetical game with you.
Well, he's gonna be a free agent.
Yeah,
but he's a second round pick. He's a second round pick. He only has 4 years.
Yeah,
all of them do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I have to let Morick go, I would probably let him go and take a gamble on, you know, whether it's Palomar or, you know, I don't know what trade Taylor can do.
I think very highly of Palomar right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like if I had to let a safety walk, like, but I gotta hold on to Hobbs, I gotta hold on to Kuntz, and I gotta hold on to JJ. What's yours?
Mine is Jack Jones first.
Okay.
Show him up now, if not later. Kuntz. Now Palomar was a free agent last year. I don't know how that was, but they probably gave him more money. But I think he's like a year-to-year thing. I would sign Palomar on a long-term thing if he is a free agent, because I think
he's probably close.
I think that's the future of our safeties.
You think he's next up?
Yeah,
he could play. He could play.
He's next up. He's next up, or he's going to start. He's going to beat out one of those guys. He's going to beat out one of those guys. Every time he was in the game, dude.
Wait. You think he's going to be out one of the guys this year?
Mm-hmm. He's in a rotation with safeties because he needs to be in the game.
But you got to think that
every
the
time
offense.
he was in the game, every time he was in the game, something good happened, bro.
No, he makes a play. But the thing is, you know, the offensive scheme that we use, like we have the third safety in all the time. Like honestly, like I don't want Masterson in there. I'd way rather have put in Palomal in there to make a play and put Masterson on the sideline, and then have my linebackers Diablo and Spillane.
He tried that investment, bro. You think Diablo is?
I like Diablo, honestly. I mean, I know he has his injury issue, but I'm not giving up on Diablo. But I can see why people do, but I'm not.
Okay, Diablo led our team in tackles, right? Now
Did
the
he?
problem with
I thought Spillane did. Spillane didn't.
I think it was Diablo.
It couldn't be because he was. If Diablo led the team in tackles with missed games. That's impressive.
He was gonna lot, but the thing is, what Diablo does, Diablo
we're downfield though.
Diablo doesn't initiate the hit.
No, he
doesn't take blocks on. So what good are you as a linebacker when you don't do that? Weak side or strong side, Sam or Willie. You know, if you're a Mike linebacker, we got two of those now. We got the Ecklenberg guy, and that might be a reason why Spillane, he might be waiting to just learn maybe a year and then sub in for Spillane.
Who?
So Spillane that guy, the linebacker we got from
Ecklenberg?
Yeah. They're the same dude, just like Spillane.
Yeah, they are
He ain't
similar.
got no side-to-side movement, and that's good for a my linebacker to have. You got to have at least two of those. But Diablo was so inconsistent on the way he tackled people. Now, check this out. When Diablo would tackle you, you know, they had a stat that said, okay, you tackled the guy, but he gained 5 yards, 7 yards. That's Diablo.
You know who he reminds me of is Rolando McClain. It's like he's a catcher almost. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't initiate, like you said, but he'll like catch, you know, he'll tackle you.
And you have to take blocks
like rugby style. He almost attack you rugby style almost.
And then the tackle, the way he tackles, because he doesn't have very good angles. He has like a safety angle. Because he's a big safety that dropped down the linebacker.
Yeah. So it gives up too many yards on his angle.
Gives up too much. You're supposed to get that guy at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Bro. And I'm sure he hears that all the time. And in the way Diablo tackles is that he would drag you down and then be in your back. That tackle is now illegal in the NFL.
Good point.
So what I'm saying is how many penalties is Diablo going to get us if he keeps this up? And then it'll be easy to get rid of the dude. It'll be just like another Luminor. You know what I mean? You can stop him a yard away from a first down, but if you tackle like that, automatic first down. You know
I'm not mad at that take. Like I said, but the thing with Diablo makes plays too, though. I mean, he made some key like I forgot what game it was at. Maybe it was what was it? Was it the year that we? Was it? I can't remember right now. But
why do you think Hobbs is always on his side? Look at that.
You say Hobbs is on the side. What to help? You talking about? You think he's there to help support?
Yes.
I don't know. You might be onto something. You might be
the strong side linebacker that needs help. And it doesn't matter if the tight end's on that side or not. Because nowadays, tight ends are spread out like wide receivers, or they're slots, or they're in the backfield, or they have a good one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just it just gets me so upset that when you see a guy getting drugged for 5 yards and then he gets credit for a tackle, there should be a stat that said, yeah, a drug tackle.
But I don't know. I got to push back. He does tackle, you know, down the line, but he still makes good plays. Like I've seen plenty of plays where he's pursuing and getting tackles in the backfield. Like I said, there's been plenty of plays that I remember him is the reason that we got off the field. Like on the third down, he stopped them.
Sometimes, but it's not very
like
often.
A solo tackle too.
It's not very often.
So okay, so let me ask you this. So okay, so I see you're not a fan of Diablo. So you would rather have Masterson out there?
No.
So you think we need to go somewhere else? We need to get another linebacker?
Take another look at it.
You don't like none of the young pups, the Amari Bernies? If you don't like Diablo, you really ain't gonna like Amari Bernie.
I don't like little guys.
Okay.
So the thing is that I would do, if Masterson's expensive, because I don't know what the hell Masterson does, but to impress coaches that he belongs to the game. Maybe he's a good run stuffer.
People think I'm crazy because I don't see it. I don't see what they see. I don't see what they see.
Maybe people might have a gripe on me with Diablo, but I want to see. Maybe it's just me. The kid's a good player, bro. He's special. He's a good player, right?
Yeah.
But he came from a position that has long range vision, long range angle.
Yeah.
And he goes to tackle that way. He has to kick the safety. He probably played safety his whole life, bro. And when you get
that's a good point. Honestly, I didn't think about that because the angle aspect from a safe, the way because a safety's main focus is just do not let them get past you to score. So therefore, like if I got to give up 5 to 7 yards just to make sure I got the right angle to get you, so be it. But a linebacker, you ain't got that grace. You I got to go get you.
Line of scrimmage.
That's good. That's good. I should have recognized that, but that's good.
And most of the time, you got to hit a pulling lineman, a pulling guard.
Yeah.
To do that, you get that guard, you hit him, you shut him, then you get the running back.
Yeah.
Because that messes up the running back. He starts, popping his feet around, trying to make time for himself, which he don't have, and you already got the upper edge on him. So why do you let him drag you 5 yards, bro? Yeah. And then you just got to initiate that hit there. I want to see way more of that than what I've seen when you were tackling guys.
That's a good point. Or even, like the play that I always get mad at Amari Bernie, it's like, even if you're not going to make the tackle, you got to take on that block to free up the other linebacker to come make the tackle.
Aren't built that way anymore.
Yeah, like you got to take that fullback on, or you got to take that guard on, so the other guy has an ISO one-on-one with the running back.
When does a safety ever initiate hit, block anybody besides a receiver, his own weight? Sometimes the safety's bigger than the receiver. Yeah. So they just throw that receiver around and then make the tackle.
That's a good point.
You gotta make them behind the cones. You can't let them get 5 yards on a running play and then be productive on the running play and just be happy you made the tackle. There's enough of those. Those 3 yards, 4 yards, 5 yards add up during the game, Chris. Yeah.
So Watts Raiders said, I heard the Raiders are looking at DeMario Davis. Yeah, so what's your thoughts on that? Now he makes tackle, he makes plays, he gets sacks, but he's 35. But what's your thought on him?
If he's a linebacker from the beginning of time.
Yeah, he's a real linebacker.
So we know that he probably loves to initiate block. He probably loves hitting guards and tackles.
Oh, and he lives for that.
Running back's just a little dude that he's just gonna demolish.
Yeah.
You don't see Diablo.
No, you're right. That's not in his DNA makeup. But where I see Diablo, for one, he's good at keeping contained. So we know the defensive ends are really supposed to keep contained, but like if you get a fast running back that's trying to hit the sideline, like Diablo's not giving up that side. Like that's where I like his range, I would say. More than anything, he has range.
Neither would Davis. Davis will make that tackle.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They make that running back go out of bounds. Yeah. They ain't gonna want him. want linebackers that play linebacker. Not
real linebackers.
Not safeties that play linebacker.
So real talks, Amari Gainer could surprise some people. Yeah, I haven't heard too much about him in camp. I'm curious, but the thing is, a lot of times these linebackers and guys that are like hitters, you're not going to hear too much until the pads come on. Honestly, that's when they'll separate themselves. So we'll see.
And it's hard for me to say that about Diablo, but
you don't like Diablo. Keep it real. You're not the only one, man. You're not the only one. Let's see. My man OJ Raider, he said, "Bruh, this new live format is hurting me, man." What the rest of y'all think about the live format, man? Is it what y'all think? What y'all think? Should I keep the vertical? I actually kind of like the vertical, honestly. I feel like my camera looks clear. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. I know some of y'all already told me. Let's see. Diablo hasn't played safety in 3 or 4 years. He's a linebacker. It's just injuries with Diablo. Spillane makes all the tackles at LB. Go look at the numbers. Yeah, I know Spillane did make a lot of tackles. But he has a point with the way Diablo plays a linebacker is you could tell he doesn't take on the contact the way like a Spillane does, or the way like a Denzel Perryman did, stuff like that. So I get what you're saying for sure. Let's see. Loon said, Gravy makes sense about needing a linebacker. There's currently a rumor the Raiders are interested in. Yep, we did talk about that. 35 though. Yeah, that's the thing. But you know what? I was talking to or I was listening to my boy, shout out the Rundown in Turf. Davis, though he is 35, I think they said he's only missed 4 games in his whole career. So he's been healthy. I mean, that's think about that.
It looks like he takes care of his body.
Yeah, I mean, he played all 17 games last year. Like, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. He's a rental. Yeah, he owed Bobby Wagner all over again. See, Bernie and Diablo are outside linebackers. They're not middle. Essenberg is a traditional middle. I hate y'all being cut off as. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know we are kind of cut off, but I don't know. I like it. I like it. Let's see. He's older too. It's a difference between a middle and outside backer. Denzel Perry was a middle though. No, I know the difference. I'm just saying that I think that but you still pursue the same way, whether you're outside, or inside for the most part. You're still pursuing, you're supposed to go downhill as a linebacker, whereas as a safety, your angle may be different, but as a linebacker, you're going downhill no matter what. You should be.
Your Denzel Perryman also wasn't the safety. He was a tackling machine.
Yeah. So Eisenberg is a bad guy from Breaking Bad. Let's see. We all remember Bernie's expectation last season. Travis Kelce killer. We've been looking for Travis Kelce killer for so damn long. Remember that one game? When that was that one guy, the Obi Melafanu or whatever, that dude from Canal. I'll never forget him, man. He had all the measurables. But yeah.
That was before we got the safeties involved in the linebacker.
Yeah. I know Jose mentioned something about Isaiah. Is Isaiah Simmons still available? He's another guy where he's like a tweener, man. He's a guy that, to me, I think he's a natural safety, but I think they tried to move him to linebacker. They were switching him back and forth. I liked him a lot in college.
They're probably doing it with him. They don't got nothing to do with him.
Yeah. So I don't know. He said, yeah, but Diablo and Bernie are different players. Yeah, like I'm not a big fan of Bernie, y'all. Again, I probably gotta watch him some more, but the little that I did see, I didn't like that mindset.
They're not special.
Yeah, for sure.
To me.
See, I like Simmons. He's nice. It's like Simmons, he's athletic, but I just I don't know. I feel like he didn't reach his potential. So I don't know. Maybe if he gets a good coach like AP, we can get them together. Dub Raider in the building. What's going on, man? Appreciate you stopping by, my friend. Said Billy Davis. It's all good. Okay, so Billy Davis, you like the vertical? I like that. I appreciate it. I might keep doing it, man. We can't make them linebackers. That's why we draft in Eisenberg. I mean, that's true. That's true.
Got two of the weak side and
So
strong
that's
side.
so that's why you like Eisenberg, because he's like a throwback.
Yeah.
Good
And he's somebody that if groomed well, taught well.
Yeah.
He's a natural linebacker. Nothing's going to be new except for the speed of the game and the way, how he is in the weight room to muscle these guys up.
That's good.
Younger.
Point.
And when you play middle, you got to be. And your leadership role is very important. I think Spillane has that in check. He's a leader of that defense. He's a green dot. But
yeah,
that's somebody that's real smart.
Yeah, for sure.
He must be really smart.
Yeah. He's that old school guy. Let's see. Every year they want to get rid of Diablo. He keeps making the plays that count. He has high motor. Yeah, he does have high motor. I like Diablo, but he has to stay healthy, because until he stays healthy, there's always going to be those doubts about him. It's always a woulda, coulda, shoulda. He's all a potential. He's Mr. Potential.
And being that we're not good on our backups, we when Diablo goes down, he doesn't miss games, Chris. He just gets hurt in games and then doesn't come back in.
Yeah,
so he'll come out with a club on his
have
a club on his hand or all wrapped up like this, and you can't. You're not all together, man.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point. And the thing is, I think he wants to do well, because he was doing the right things. He put on like 15 pounds of muscle, so it's like he's working hard. They never question his intellect and him picking up the system. That's why they felt comfortable with him wearing the green dot. And they never questioned his work ethic. So guys like and he's good in the locker room. So guys like that, I'm always gonna go for. I'm always gonna root for them guys. Let's see. Wait until roster cut downs and see who gets released or available for trade. That's true, Loon. We gotta do that. Maybe we can find some diamonds in the rough there. Let's see. He was a 4th or 5th rounder, Bernie. Yeah, I think Bernie was a 5th, if I remember right. I thought Obi Melifanu was going to be our tight end stopper at safety. We drafted him when the dominant pass catching tight end era was starting. That didn't. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he was one of those combine guys. He had all the measurables.
That's why they bring safeties over to play linebacker, bulk them up. So.
Had all the measurables. He's a Romanowski without the roids. Eisenberg is wired like Spillane. Go watch him at Ohio State. No, he is. He's a downhill guy. If anybody can get something out of him, it would be our current coach. Yeah, but Diablo always gets injured when he leads the team in tackles. He's Urlacher without the traps. Nah, Urlacher was built different, bro. Urlacher was a beast. People forget how Urlacher, he was so big. He was like the first. He may have been like the first big linebacker that like could really run.
I like Urlacher.
Yeah, he was a monster though. He was a monster. I liked him. He said without the traps. Let's see, Diablo, cool name, mid linebacker. Obi was terrible. Yeah, Obi was terrible. He was terrible.
That dude try to cover first time out. Get rid of this dude. Get rid of this dude.
I was like, this ain't gonna work. Gruden was notorious for trying to find that Kelsey stop. One thing I will give Gruden, he tried his best to find a Kelsey stopper, because he tried to get him. He tried to get that one dude for Syracuse. Oh, Tanner Muse. He tried Tanner Muse. Little guys like him, man, it just never worked out.
Why they call him the special team war daddy then?
Right.
You already knew what he was going to be right when they picked him, the special teams war daddy. Joke. That was a joke.
Yeah, well, in college, he wasn't that bad in college, but that Clemson team had stars everywhere. That Clemson team they say we won about Clee Farrell, but Clee was nice in college. They had Wilkins on that line. They had Isaiah Simmons out there. They just had a good D, period. and he just kind of blended in, I guess. And he had a good combine. Like he was pretty fast. So
fast white dude.
Yeah, he was. SoCal Sound ability, man. I appreciate you stopping through, my guy. But shoot, man, I'm about to go ahead and wrap this up, man. I had a great show with you, man. Gravy, as always, man. We always have a good one together, man.
Always.
But yeah, man. But tell everybody who doesn't know, who's under a rock, man, where can they find you on a regular basis?
Get me, Coach Gravy, at Raider Nation Live. Our show, me, Gabe 420, Raider Gabe 420, and Dirty Low, and myself have a show, Raider Nation Live. You get us, hit that, sub to it, check it out, tell your friends. Also, I have my own show. It's Coach Gravy. You got to pick up my subs. I just got to do more shows. I've been lacking on that. You can also sub to that. And I guarantee you this. We don't play around. We give up our hearts for this team. We give up all our knowledge of football, and we deviate. All three of us got our different views, and that's what makes our show successful.
Yeah, I love it, man.
That's always good. We support Chris's show and all his boys that he has. They're great people. So stick with this one, too. Sub it, watch it, tell your friends.
Yeah, definitely check out their channel, man. With Lolo and Gabe and Gravy, they do their thing, man. Man, I appreciate everybody that came in here, man. Spent some time with me, man. A little bit, almost 2.5 hours, man. Spending time with little old me, man. So I appreciate it.
I'm cool with that, Chris. I'm cool with that.
For sure, you my guy, man.
Friday night.
Exactly. Tomorrow I'm going live with my boy Raider Rebel, man. I sound like we're gonna try to get real talk on there with us as well, man. So that'll be a good show. But looking forward to it, man. But hey, as I always say, players and coaches come and go, but we must always protect the shield, man. I appreciate every last one of you guys. You guys stay blessed, stay dangerous. Take care. See you till next time, man.
We be them Raiders. We be them Raiders. We be them Raiders. Just wanna be